All right, collectors. So I have the time to digest this Joker now, and as you'll know, I was underwhelmed. So I made some research, and did they deliver from their prototype? Because look at this. I mean, that's not bad. I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm actually pretty happy on how it turned out. The picture that you saw was the prototype, and let's be fair here. We criticize Hot Toys when their prototype does not match the actual product. Now, to InArt's defense, some of their products does look like the prototype, and I think that's where the problem lies. How come the early adopters have a better figure, like the influencers, than the later batches? Look at this. It's not bad, but it's, let's remove lens distortion and all that stuff. It is pretty close. I would say the black on the eyes is different, right? The way the eyes move, that is as far as I can move the eyes. The hairline, the way the hair flows, I'm not super upset with what I have. It's just not the figure on the left, right? But at the end of the day, I'm moving it around just to show you this is an actual video and not a picture that I, edited to make it look bad. It doesn't look bad. I'm pretty happy if this is how it turned out. This is more than the usual 10 to 5% drop, right? Let's be honest here. But even with a drop, it's still pretty acceptable. Now let's take a look at this, because he got different looks, and I thought this is gonna be the look that Queen Studios or InArt is gonna take, because they do have the quarter scale. And as you can see, maybe not, because the shape of the eyes, again, for me, is throwing off the likeness. The black on his eyes, the makeup, is not big enough. Maybe it's a different scene, I get that, but not on the prototype as well. That's the thing. On the prototype pictures that they released, it's vastly different from what I got. And whoever, again, as you know, I guess got this on a trade, but the person who got this, got it on a later time, not a part of the influencer batch, which makes me believe that the later batches is not as detailed as the first ones. The jail scene. So this jail scene right here is pretty close, as you can see from the prototype that they released. It's not exactly the same, but it's darn close. It's good. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. Just be close to what your prototype is. I'm not gonna compare, oh, maybe I will, the actual figure that I do have from the prototype. And this looks great. This is what encouraged people to buy this, because man, that looks great, even though it's not 100%. And again, we're not looking for 10 out of 10 here, but man, it is pretty close, and I love it. So whatever you put out here is what people are going to believe that they're going to get in hand, and most people are pretty cool with them. Even the first ones who got it are damn close. But look at this. Is that even the same figure? The shape of the face, the way the eyes move, and the hair. I mean, this is supposed to be pre-styled. That's why they came in a little canister. But when I got this, even the vest, well, let's not even talk about the vest.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Exactly. As Connor said, who is this guy? Because look at the vest, right? Like the vest on the other guy, his chest is a little fuller. And, the lapel is obviously smaller. It's even different stitching. Okay, maybe lens distortion? The collar, okay, maybe that's my fault. Maybe I didn't tuck it in fully, but come on. Look at that, looking down. I don't care what kind of fix did I do. I actually fixed the hair already. You can just imagine what it looked like when I got it. Like the strands of the hair. And I've seen some, to be fair, that are better than mine. Even though they're not, quote unquote big influencers, the one that they got theirs, they got theirs like a year ago. I didn't get this recently. The person who originally bought it, I think got it last year as well. But it is towards the latter batch. And this is the reverse Hot Toys. When Hot Toys release a first batch, normally the first batch has issues. And then on the later batch, it'll get fixed. So if you waited, you'll kind of get rewarded for that. Not here. You already waited, and it feels like you're getting a crappy product. And it, by the way, by I mean you waited. It's just you're not big enough. Like, too bad. And this is supposed to be the scene where this is derived from, right? The jail scene. Again, I'm not looking for perfection here. It's obviously not the same, right? Like, it's the hair, everything. It's okay. Again, it's fine. Just get close. And I removed the back part, so the hair is not all over the place as well. I felt like, hey, let's go ahead and do that. That might solve the issue here. But yeah, his hair is thin and kind of strandy. I believe the biggest problem with here is the thick hair. And I'm not trying to nitpick here, because guys, I don't do this. I don't. But if you're 1,200 and you're forced to buy the other figure for 600, and this is what I'm talking about too, like the lost details, right? Some figures I've seen plenty of reviews, their coat is more weathered. There's like specifically on the lapel, there's like a white spot that has like makeup on it. And look at the eyes, it's not as detailed as the previous ones. I want you to focus on also the forehead, the hair follicles in there, and then on the chin. Look at the lost details on the chin as well. This is more than 5% now we're talking about downgrade. And look at the hair. Like, those white makeup doesn't exist on mine. So, I don't know. I don't know. And this is another part. The eyes, this surprised me that no one mentioned for the, everyone who got this firsthand on review. He can't look all the way to the left or right like a normal person does. When you do, you can look at yourself in the mirror, you almost won't see the white on your eyes. I don't know what that's called. I didn't Google that. You don't. In here, I'm sorry, it's wobbly, it's wonky there. But on a 10-year-old DX11, by no means am I saying this is a better figure. I'm just saying, look at the eyes. That's how you look to the left. The eyes on this Joker is wonky. Like, this is how you do that. And it's almost just a little bit left when you're looking straight up. Like dead center. I don't get how no one missed this. Because all the poses that they have on their prototype, the Joker is kind of looking to the side. And you can't put it all the way to the side. And that bugs me. That bugs me more than the hair, honestly. And trust me, I tried pushing it all the way to the left. And another thing is the head is big. I don't know why, but it's huge. This is from the Bank Robber Joker. Also, I think the paint application is, look at the jawline. I think this is where it gives it. Heath Ledger has a very chiseled, pronounced jawline. And I think they got it to an extent, but to a degree, it made the face wider. And of course, the hair doesn't help here, but it did made the face wider. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that it's still a very solid release. Now, a lot of people who are going to say, those are, small things that you are bitching about. Well, if you're paying $1,200, this is the difference between 3.0 Hot Toys and a $1,200 InArt figures, is the attention to detail. That's what they're raving about, right? Where mine was lost. And the jail scene version, it's not even attention to detail. It looks like a completely different figure. So with that being said, it's still beautiful, even with all those flaws. It doesn't worth $1,200. This is merely, how should I say this, a cautionary tale. Because if this happened to Aragorn, which is $500, it's not too bad. The fact is, you were forced to buy that jail scene Joker, and no one mentioned all these issues. Maybe because they were perfect, right? Maybe I don't think so, because even as good as the hairstyle is on the the jail scene Joker, it's still not the same looking as the prototype. I bet you. I've seen a lot of videos already. But can you imagine if you're buying the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and let's say you went in 4 figures, and 2 of them are good, kind of like the purple coat, and the other 2 are bad? That's gonna suck, because you spent $2,100 for that. Lower the price, lower expectations. If this was 3.0, I wouldn't be as critical. If this was Asmus, I wouldn't be as critical. It's like, If the bar for Tom Brady is different for Justin Fields. That's just how life works, you know. So it's still a pretty solid release. Yes, it is. I'm gonna work on it till I get it right. Maybe I won't get it right, but I'm happy with this purple coat. I'm okay with what I have now, but the next step is I'm gonna contact InArt and let's see how good their customer service is, and I'll keep you guys posted.